Yes, hello, it's Dave O'Neill here on the debrief on the road to Moama to do the border in with my Sergeant-at-Arms Bradford Oakes.
Hello.
And in the back seat, special guest, my twin brother Glenn.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. To go to, where are we going? Moama, sorry.
It's amazing. It's like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Disney on the sea.
Disney on ice. Probably is an ice problem in Echuca. There's a nice problem everywhere, isn't there, Brad?
Yes.
Everywhere we go to, there's an ice problem.
Yeah, it's the people wear it like a badge, don't they?
Yeah.
So I'm experiencing the O'Neill twins here, and the only way you can tell them apart is one of them's slightly more erect than the other.
And skinnier.
Well, yeah, but you know, I don't fat shame, Dave.
Well, I'm 100 kilos. How much do you weigh, Glenn?
About 75.
Yeah, that's 25 kilos. It's a small child. It's a small child. It's a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're on,
enough TNT to blow up. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
We're off to the boring. I did this last year and it was really good. You didn't make it, Brad, but I did it with Peter Halley and Billy Stiles last year. And it's got a real festive thing because it's on the Murray, for people that don't know.
Murray River.
It's January and there's just speedboaters, skiers, campers, but there's also a lot of locals come actually, by memory last time.
Do they jet ski on the river?
That's a good question. We're going to find that out. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a controversial jet ski.
What did you refer to them as?
The Lebanese Army. No, the Lebanese Navy.
Lebanese Navy.
That's what a guy that we grew up with in a street in Mitcham, Paul, he works on the Ambos in the helicopters, and he said they go down once a week to Rosebud, they're called down Safety Beach, where all the jet skiers are, and he goes, yeah, part of the Lebanese Navy, someone gets knocked off a jet ski or...
God, I love slang.
The Lebanese Navy.
Lebanese Navy. That's just, that's... if anybody's out there concerned that might be racist, it's not racist. It's
no, it's fact. That's from an Ambo.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's probably some Greeks and Italians too. We're just all Lebanese.
Mate, there's probably some ex-Met heads.
Probably Anglo, yeah. But if there's anyone listening who owns a jet ski, have a serious look at yourself. Seriously. I mean, I suppose it's like getting a dirt bike, isn't it? It's just a bit of fun.
Imagine if you were listening while you're on your jet ski and you did have a good look at yourself right now, and just turned it off and left it.
I was talking to my butcher, Mark, and I said, have you had a holiday? And he goes, yeah, I had it 2 weeks down at Rye. And I said, oh, yeah. What's the jet ski situation like?
Yeah.
And have you mentioned jet skis to anyone that holidays on the beach in the peninsula in Melbourne, they lose their minds. He goes, oh, mate, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
That and the cabana tents.
Yeah.
There's this new thing. I don't know, Glenn, if you've noticed.
Oh, yeah.
That people are putting these big tents on the beach now.
Right.
Yeah.
And they get there at 6:30 a.m., put their tent up, and then go back to bed or go back home. And then so they've claimed the real estate.
Yeah. It's like sleeping out for tickets.
Or, in a resort where people run and put a towel on the lounge chair near the pool. Mm-hmm. God, that annoys me.
But somebody was speculating that a strong gust of wind and one of those is going to take out 4 kids. It's going to spear 4 kids at once because of the poles. One of the
yeah, but you remember we're of the generation which used to have beach umbrellas.
Yeah.
And when that would get let off down the beach, and that could easily impale a child.
Yeah, it was only going to take one unless you've got a shish kebab situation.
Yeah.
But these things have got 4 spiked legs, and that can take out, four small children.
I don't think they have cabanas up here on the river. We'll find out. But the river people are different from the beach people.
They are.
Because you in the past have refused to do gigs on the river with me.
Well, it's not refused. I've been reluctant. No, it's partly because
people.
I've done a lot. Well, I've done a lot of gigs over the years where not many people showed up.
Oh, okay.
You know, when I wasn't working with people who had your star pool power, and I'd just go up there and they'd be like, you know, and
Oh, depressing. Yeah.
it's that depressive thing too, of where the resort manager is angry at you
Yeah, for no one
because he
turning
didn't
up.
do his job.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's no good. Well, this one's well attended. We did it last year, and they've sold tickets. So
Yeah.
you'll meet Bushy the publican, and
It's in a pub. Huh?
yeah, it's in a pub. It's the Border Inn. It's a classic Australian pub.
So well named too, because what people may not know is the Murray River, it forms part of the natural border between Victoria and
Yes.
New South Wales for a lot of its length.
Yeah, and so it's, people refer to Moama as Echuca-Moama.
Yeah.
Because Echuca is the Victorian side and Moama is the New South Wales side.
Isn't it?
So
That-
we're-
New South Wales.
yeah, we're going interstate.
Oh wow.
Interstate. That's why it's taken 3.5 hours to get here.
Isn't that like that Beach Boys song? Echuca, Moama,
Come on, baby,
mama.
take it. Got your jet ski, cabana. Set up at 6:30 a.m. Get stabbed by an umbrella. Oh yeah, we should get the guitar out and Glenn can play the guitar. I'll hand them. Go on.
I was enjoying an O'Neill harmony there.
Yeah, I'll hand the mic to Glenn. You can run the rest of the interview with him, Brad. Here you go, Glenn.
So, Brad, are you looking forward to the show tonight?
Oh yeah, I am looking forward to it. Yes, it's because like Dave's convinced me to change my attitude here, so I'm coming up quite positive. I've been doing a bit of mindfulness. I've been doing a bit of meditation,
Aha.
and so I'm a lot more positive about these things. I'm looking forward to having a really shit time. Yeah, that's the best way to handle
Are
it.
people any different on the New South Wales side of the border? Is it like going between
Well,
Italy and
no,
France?
yeah,
It's a different language.
it is. Yeah, well, the money's different.
The money's different. Oh.
Yeah. God, there's a taxi in the middle of nowhere. God,
Is the food different?
the only discernible difference between New South Wales and Victoria is that where we favour, say, the dim sim and the Chico roll, they like the Dagwood dog. No, they like the battered sav. Yeah, and if you ask for a potato cake, you'll get punched in the face.
A pint of beer is
What's schooner?
schooner.
But but I think that's obviated now by the fact that since you've been gone, Glenn, pints have made their way into the lexicon.
Aha.
That's kind of universal in Australia now. A lot of people, you go from border to border just asking for a pint.
And how do we have to cross the river? Is there a boat or is there a bridge?
Well, yeah, there's a helicopter.
A ferry boat?
These are penetrating questions. It's a bridge.
Is there a border control? There used to be.
Well,
When we went on holidays, I remember there was border control.
no,
Remember,
but
Dave, when we drove into Queensland and our dad said, "Kids, put the watch back 50 years." Remember that?
well, we may have to surrender
Sorry for
our
all the
fruit.
Queenslanders, though.
You know,
listening.
we may have to surrender any fruit.
Ah.
Those cherry ripes you've got, they'll have
Oh,
to
yeah.
go. During the COVID crisis, when we were in lockdown and you couldn't travel between New South Wales and Victoria, the interesting thing was that it was decreed that normally the border is the middle of the river,
Aha.
but during COVID, New South Wales was the river all the way to the Victorian bank.
Oh.
So none of the water was Victorian. So
Wow.
you couldn't go into the river without a permit
Wow.
if you're a Victorian, but if you're from New South Wales, you could go on the river. Yeah,
There you go.
Interesting situation.
Interesting for listeners.
Oh, yeah, someone trying to overtake us. All right, we'll keep listening. We'll let you know how the bordering goes. Glenn can get some Australian culture because he normally lives in Switzerland, so a bit of culture for him.
Oh, he's been name checked on this so many times.
Yeah, he has. But people might be tuning in for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Moama people. And we're back on the debrief. We've just done the border in Moama, Echuca. How was it, Brad?
It was pretty mama. It was absolutely fantastic. What
I've
a
got to
great
say,
gig.
you killed from the get-go.
I think it was the lovely introduction you gave me, Dave. I
That
think,
was just on the mic.
You know that old joke about have you seen who the limo driver is? You know,
No.
it's a joke about something like an old joke about Kerry Packer or whatever, and and his car breaks down and the driver gets out to try and fix the engine. He tells Kerry Packer to get into the
do the ignition.
Do the ignition, and people drive past and they go, "Who's that?" And I go, "It must be important. Kerry Packer's the limo driver."
Yeah, that's great. Ooh,
And
there's someone on the road.
My reason for saying that is that I think that when Dave O'Neill, the well-known headliner with over 68 Speaks and Specs
That's it.
appearances, when he comes out and introduces me, people go, "Wow, this Brad Oakes must be a big deal."
That's whoa. It's like when I was doing postcards with Shane Crawford,
Yeah,
the former Hawthorn legend,
footballer. Yeah.
big on the footy show too. We did postcards and he says, "Oh, where are you going now?" I said, "Well, I've got to actually go and do the comedy gala at the Palais." He goes, "Oh, I'll give you a lift, that's on the way." So he rocks up and I get out of his car, and then I remember Brett Blake, the other comedian, goes, "Geez, Shane Crawford was your Uber driver." Like, mate,
Yeah.
he's not an Uber driver.
Yeah, he's fallen on hard times. So yeah, but you know, it was a lovely intro, and they were bang up for it as you predicted.
Oh yeah,
And
great room.
It was a lot of fun.
And the food was fantastic. The steak at the Border Inn. Oof,
You would drive 3
bloody good.
hours for that.
And Bushy and his wife, I've never met publicans that are so obliging. Every time
Yeah.
you put down their drink, you say, "Would you like another drink?"
I know. It's just I felt bad about stealing all that cutlery. No, I didn't. But no, it was lovely, and the people were there, and also there was that thing where, because you did this gig a year ago,
Exactly a year ago.
and you know when I said to the audience, there was 100 people there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And when I said to the audience, who was here last year, and the only person who put their hand up was a girl behind the bar. So they completely replaced
It's
themselves.
weird, but they were
Yeah.
a very similar crowd, very similar age,
Yeah.
very similar makeup, in that some were from Moama, some from Echuca, some were from Shep, some were from Melbourne,
A lot from Melbourne.
and then other places.
Yeah.
So, but similar demographic. Yeah, bloke from Cairns who kept yelling out. That wasn't half annoying.
Yeah, it's one of the things about being from Cairns is it's not necessary to tell everyone you're from Cairns.
Yeah.
Scream it out.
And as I pointed out, because I have got a routine about Cairns, they've got beautiful beaches, but you can't swim in them because of all the stingers and whatever.
Yeah, they got beautiful pubs. You can't drink in them because of all the dickheads. Well, he was the guy who yelled out to me, pull your camel toe down, which I still am puzzled about. I don't know what that means. I'm a man. Anyway, lovely gig. And
Yeah, and Peter Hulley was great. He was there with his wife Bridget, the star of Amazing Race. They've been on Amazing Race together.
How'd they do?
I don't know. I never watched it.
Yeah.
I should have, because now that Glenn, my twin, is here, of course, and we've been saying that me and him should go on Amazing Race.
You should.
Because he can speak many languages, be handy.
Because you're identical twins, you can do that thing of walking up to a hotel concierge and just going, "Is there anywhere I could go to a strip club around here?" And then your brother could walk up 5 minutes later and the concierge would go, "Weren't you just here?" We love twin jokes.
Yeah. It could happen. Anyway, I had to do the support act, which was weird for me. I was saying to you,
Yeah.
I haven't done that sort of spot for a long time because I'm either emceeing or headlining.
Yep.
So as soon as I got up, I started emceeing.
Yeah. Yeah. Although you're only kind of were half-hearted about the naming thing.
Yes.
You know, instead of like going through all the names, you just you did that very quickly.
Yeah, I
thought I'd give you a break, Dave. Anyway.
Anyway, I'll hand the microphone to Glenn, and you can Glenn can tell us his impressions of Moama and the comedy night here. Glenn, hang on.
Thanks. No,
All
I think
right.
as a neutral, independent observer, I think it went very well, actually. Having not seen that many comedy gigs, and as you said, the audience were good. They were laughing. They seemed to enjoy it.
Excuse me, Glenn, could you give us a little bit more volume? You're
Okay, sorry.
You're more like a snooker.
Right.
Yeah, it's just
And
he's lining up
the,
on he's lining up on the black.
right. And the managers were really, extremely hospitable. And as you said, they kept offering me drinks. I wanted to tell them, look, I'm just a minor player here, so you don't need to keep offering me drinks. But that was very nice. And I felt I did something. I set up the light. I set up the one light. And actually, one of the audience members came up and said to me afterwards, "You did a really good job on the light."
Yeah.
And then she said to me, "Oh, it's so great. You're from Ringwood. I'm from Ringwood." And I said, "Oh, actually, that's because Dave says in his act that we're from Ringwood in Melbourne." And then I said to her, sorry, but actually we're not from Ringwood. We're from Mitcham, which is next to Ringwood. Yeah. But Dave says Ringwood because not many people know Mitcham. So, but she went away a happy customer, I think, still. So,
Well, look, it's important to take the drinks because you're not just doing it for yourself. You're doing it for everyone. And so that in the future, other people get free drinks. Not free drinks if people are listening, but you get well-earned, deserved drinks.
Right.
Do you remember I did that gig, Dave, in Geelong, where that guy, that Nuff guy, walks up to the bar with a drink card, and he goes, "Give me the biggest lemon squash you've got." And I turn around to get the lemon squash, and I've grabbed him and I'm going, "You don't buy soft drinks with drink cards, mate." What did you think of the audience, Glenn?
The audience were good, and they were there was very few hecklers. There was also very a group of teachers at the front, very participating, and then there was a very easy target for Dave, a guy with an afro, Mike, who was a farmer. So there was a joke, an obvious joke, Dave, right? We all know what you farm, which I thought it's quite funny. And he was there with his sister, another
was that his sister?
opening for many jokes. So it was a very
She was quite attractive.
But I think you all
that was
did
Hair Bear,
very well. You looked a bit, No, they're all very, 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 very nice, and I think.
Yes. Did you have any toilet conversations? Because that's something that happens at gigs sometimes. Is
no,
you run into people in the toilet, and they go, and that's where you get your most honest reviews, particularly if they didn't know who you were.
Right.
They go,
Actually, now you say it, I was walking towards the toilet, and a woman came up to me after Dave had mentioned me, and came up and shook my hand and said to me very solemnly, "Welcome." I thought, I'm not really a foreign dignitary visiting, but that was nice of her to welcome me to Moama.
Welcome to New South Wales.
Yes, Moama.
Yeah, it's
That's maybe a cue to sing the song.
Echuca-Moama, Mama, Betty Mama.
A jet ski, a speedboat, a river full of bogan snow.
Impaled on umbrellas. Anyway, that's where I want to go.
The mic's giving back. Thanks, Glenn.
All right.
Well, Brad, let's do the... God, I should have sang that song on stage.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I love that song you've got up here. Let's do it now. Echuca-Moama, come on, baby, take me to a jet ski on the Murray, speedboat full of bogans.
Yeah, but it's all right for you. You get to have got twin telepathy. But I have no idea what you're going to sing. So I'll just go, ha, 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 ha.
Okay, Brad, so what went well tonight, Brad?
Well, look, first of all, I want to commend the light and sound.
Yeah.
Minimal fuss. Perfect.
Easy to set up, and that's my setup.
Yeah, perfect for the room. And also the light coming off the side like that. Actually, Hellier just got into a little bit of shadow a couple of times. But by and large, if you work the front of the stage, you're just in full light the whole time. Sound was great.
Stage height was good.
Yeah, it was lovely having that.
Stage height was good.
Yeah. A bit of always a little bit of a thing when you have to perform while it's still like blindingly light outside.
It's pretty reasonably dark in that room. That wasn't that bad.
was a very white room too. It
Oh.
was painted quite white. But no, they were lovely and they were respectful.
Well, what didn't go well?
Well, this is nitpicky. Everything went so well, but just having to move the tables was
Oh, we had to move the tables.
yeah.
Well, that's organisational hazards got in the way. When we got there was a huge gap in front of the stage.
Exactly. It was like you could have sacrificed. It was like throwing somebody into a volcano. That's how big the gap was.
No need for that.
No, well, see, people don't realise that you don't need a dance area up the front.
We're not going to dance to our jokes.
And those big round tables are always the hardest ones to move.
Oh, they were. Glenn had it right. He was grabbing the legs.
Oh, man, I was watching you two moving them and thinking, oh, my God.
They were heavy.
Yeah.
Um,
So, but that's how nitpicky it was. The meal was fine. The hospitality was incredible. The mood was fantastic, and it's it's the second gig or it's third gig of the year for me.
oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm back, baby. I'm
You're
back.
man. And
Loving work.
How can we do better next time?
More money.
Oh, yeah, more money. Yeah, something happened there. I don't know. It's not their fault. We were on a door deal, but I'm pretty sure we charged more on the door last year.
Yeah.
Definitely. The money that we made is a long drive. For that
I think you were
coin.
you were smoking cigars and lighting them with rolled up $100 notes on
This
the way
time
back
last
time.
year.
Yeah.
Oh, but I don't
now-
know what happened.
I grabbed all the empty cans and bottles.
Look,
with-
we had fun. We had a good gig, and
it was lovely. It's
got
good to
out
be
of the
working.
house. And we're coming back the same night.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on again on the debrief, Brad and
Always a
Glenn.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Nice to have you, Glenn.
Check out Glenn's band. He's got a band with my older brother Trev
Oh, yeah.
called
Alpine Jubilee.
Alpine Jubilee. They got one song on Spotify and Apple Music. Yeah,
My Morbid Tone.
My Morbid Tone. Check it out. There's
Check
more
it out,
songs coming
people.
out soon.
We need more listeners.
They've got a
actually.
recording contract,
Yeah.
believe it or not. And because me and Glenn were in a band in the '80s, Brad, you remember?
Captain
You remember
Coco.
Noiseworks? Yeah, it wasn't them. Captain Coco. And as Glenn said, we were a bit like Melbourne's Cockroaches, weren't we, Glenn? The Cockroaches.
Yeah, a little bit. But
We were G-rated. There were 7 of us, and we used to wear coloured shirts. And of course, the Cockroaches famously turned into the Wiggles. And Glenn was saying, we should have done that. We would have been a good kids
we could
group.
have been a great kids band.
Because you imagine my songwriting capabilities for kids, being a comedian.
Yeah.
Man, I would have come up with some crackers for kids.
And we were before our times. We were a multicultural band.
Yeah, we were multicultural. We had 2 Malaysians in the band, 1 Asian Malaysian, 1 Indian Malaysian. So we essentially had a black guy, an Asian guy, Andre, who was Swazi, Egyptian.
Origin.
So
You were like the specials.
we were
We
the
were
specials.
we were specials.
We could have been.
Songs with social commentary, just like
Yeah, we had socials. We just weren't that good.
And the scout thing, the woggles.
The Woggles.
Oh,
That's
yes,
what we should have been
exactly.
called. The
Good idea,
Woggles.
The Woggles.
Finally,
We're
we
never too old
See,
for
the,
it,
the,
mate.
the Cockroaches are genius to turn their kind of average band, they're not bad, I don't mind them, into an amazing kids group.
Yeah, the Cockroaches, they're an exciting band, but yeah, it's a shit name.
Can you name any of their songs? See You in Spain?
Yeah.
She's the one. She's
Yeah,
the
I
one.
know that
She's the
one.
one. She's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one. Yeah, she's the one.
Yeah, but anyway,
Much more successful than our band.
yeah, I love the idea of
Got my high beam on.
them having the meeting and one of them just going, right, sit down, fellas, I've had this great idea. Yeah, what is it? I think we should be a kids band where skivvies call ourselves the Wiggles. Yeah, get off the grass, mate.
Yeah, where's that rock and roll dream?
Yes.
I remember at Captain Coco, I suggested we be a band for elderly people. That didn't go down too well. Go the opposite end of the scale.
Really?
Called the Wrinkles. No,
Wait.
that's a joke.
I've never really looked into it because it's always just been you, but now I've got both of you here. Who was the Yoko Ono that pulled apart?
No,
Captain Coco.
No one. We pulled ourselves apart. Know about that.
Really?
Yeah, it just fell apart. I can't even remember what happened, but
I don't know.
nothing.
I feel like there was some scandal there.
No.
No?
Yeah.
Now, did Kev used to have to pick up your equipment?
Yeah. No, we were pretty old by the time we got into the
Oh,
band.
right.
Wookie had a big station wagon, the drummer.
Right.
His dad's station wagon. Anyway, Brad, go and see Brad Oakes. Follow him on social media, Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'm doing Adelaide. Come and see me in Adelaide people.
I'm going to Adelaide to run a training course.
Oh, yeah. If you want to do comedy and
Yeah.
you live in Adelaide, look up School of Hard Knock Knocks Adelaide, and Brad will be teaching
Yeah,
it.
16 to 20. We're going to be there.
Of February?
February?
Yeah, and I'm there March, the long weekend. I'm there at the Piglet again, same place.
It's a wonderful life. Thanks for having me, Dave.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.